Uh, it's morning. It's Sunday morning, and the sun has just finished coming through my room, and it's gonna start spreading into the rest of the apartment as it does. Um, but I really love the way that the light comes into my room in the morning for I don't know, it must last for like an hour that it just comes in and it's so bright and warm and delicious, and I just love it. But that little bit of sun has left the room. Um, it's Sunday. I like Sundays. It's one of my favorite days of the week. Um, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do yet today. I have some stuff I need to get done, so I think I'm gonna try and go ahead and get on that. I feel like I need to take a shower or a bath. I'm bleeding a lot, you know, and I don't really love the idea of taking a bath right now because of that. I don't want to just I feel like I'm already sitting in my own blood. But I need water, a shower, a cleanse. I could also use to drink some water. It's just gonna okay. Whoa. I need to do laundry today. That's one thing I need to do. There's a couple things I need to do. Some paperworky. Paperworky? Yeah, I've got some paperwork things to take care of. I lost the forms already that I need, and it's whatever. I'll get it figured out. I just had a moment though. You never know when your grief is gonna just come full force, and this is something that it's been bubbling up for me quite a bit since getting into my new space, my new home, and I haven't really expressed it yet, in the terms of in journaling or in my videos. I don't really know how to write about this even, which is weird for me because I journal my feelings often enough. Not it's not an everyday practice, but I do write and journal about my feelings pretty often. So the fact that I feel unwilling or unable to write about this even is just, it's so sensitive that it's almost hard to write about it because it feels like it has to, I don't know, but I need to talk about it, and it sometimes feels too scary or too heavy to just hit with someone because it's about grief, and I don't always want to just be someone who's just hitting someone up with even if it is someone I care about, even if it is my mom or my friend, my best friend or something. I don't always just want to hit them up out of the blue early Sunday morning and sharing this bit of my grief. And so I think that's where I find this sort of draw to share things online, is because it is a way to sort of really, for me at least, to genuinely sort of express and share my feelings in all of this, maybe with someone else who is also experiencing something similar, and allow them to maybe share whatever they want in that moment too. If I do decide to share this video and on YouTube, and if it finds the right people who may be experiencing something else, and we can connect over it, I guess. But like I was saying, that grief will kind of hit you at random moments. This was something I tried talking about with my therapist, that I was really struggling with, because things would come up for me and I would deeply feel the need to address it and release it, like feelings when they come up, and it would come at such random times. Especially like when I was living in New York and when I was seeing that therapist, like I felt like stuff would always come up for me, like right when I'm like trying to leave for work, and it's like I'm trying to leave for work right now. Like I don't I know I need to address this, but I also need to keep going and continuing with my life, and I felt like I can't keep letting grief just come up and just get in the way of my plans. And it's almost like my therapist at the time was like saying that because of that, like I was sort of like rejecting the release or rejecting the feelings, or I wasn't allowing myself to feel things. And I really like hate that she said that, honestly, because it made me really confused about the way I'm processing this. I'm like, am I not feeling this? Because I feel like I'm feeling these things pretty intensely, but you're here trying to tell me that I'm not, or suggest that I'm not. I don't know. But the moment that happened for me this morning, and luckily I don't need to be somewhere or anything or see anybody, so it's not like it really got in the way, but it's just like, damn, when it comes up and hits you and you sort of put different pieces together, it can be really overwhelming. And I think I have a lot of comfort in sort of placing those feelings somewhere for me to see and understand. So like in this way, I can talk about this feeling and this experience, and these sort of memories and these wishes and desires that are really painful, that come up in grief. So like this morning I was just scrolling on like I think YouTube shorts, and a creator that I watch, she was talking about different herbs she was making an herbal steam for a friend, and I was interested in one of the herbs that she used, and possibly integrating that into my own regime. And I did like a little quick Google search on the plant and how you can use it and, whatever. And I wanted to ask my dad about it. I wanted to be able to call up my dad or see him, have him help me, walk me through like planting this plant so that I can have it, and then he can also benefit from it, because the benefits of this plant are something that he would have also benefited from as well. And it would hopefully aim to help an issue that we both shared. And so I kind of had this moment of just, it hits me again. He's not here for me to call up and ask about the plant. He's not here to see my garden grow. And I know he is, like, in spirit, because I've never felt more, like, spiritually connected to him until he passed. The air conditioning just went out. I feel it's just so quiet in here now. Um, my neighbors. So that realization, it hurts. It's a very painful wish and desire, because you know it can never happen, even though it was something that you maybe dreamed of and wished for so long. Part of the reason why I moved back here was to clean up the sort of aftermath of everything. And part of cleaning up that aftermath is like taking care of myself too, not just like the physical things of like selling the house and selling all the things and taking care of all the paperwork and all that shit, but it's also just like doing what I need for myself. And part of that was creating and building my own space and support system, recreating a support system, rebuilding my support system. And I had visions, I guess, dreams of moving back here eventually. I didn't know when it would be. And my dad kept telling me to move out of New York. I mean, he was proud of me for what I had been doing up there and for making achievements or whatever, for following my dreams and having a good job or whatever. He was proud of me and he cheered me on and he supported me, but he also wanted me back here. And so, and I wanted to be back here too, in all honesty, but I wasn't ready to come back yet. And this just made me need to. But even in coming back here, it's been... Is this even recording? Okay. Even in coming back here, it hurts for him to not be here. For me to be moving back home and he's not here to look out my backyard with me and help me out with like the little home things, or using power tools or any tools or whatever. He's not here for it. And in some sense, like, I say that and I feel like I'm lying because I know he's here. Like, I still feel very connected to him in a spiritual, energetic sense. But I wish he was physically here with me. And the plant thing, the reason that one hurt so much this morning and hit me different than those moments before was just because the whole plant thing. I've been wanting to be able to grow a garden before he died, like last summer. Like for many years now, I've wanted to be able to grow a garden, but have been largely unable to because of confines of like my living space, my home. All the times that I wanted to grow something, I hadn't really had like space for it. So now I like have space for it. I can like grow things if I want. But he's not here for me to ask him for a helping hand. And I think that hurts so bad because plants were one of like the few things that we could just talk about. It's one of the things that we could, it's not the only thing, but it is one of the few things that we shared a genuine like common interest in. And I mean, I know he planted that in me himself, just, you know, growing up with a garden in our backyard every summer and mowing the lawn with him and planting different flowers in the front of the house and everything. Like, that was something that we could share and connect over in a way that was not, there weren't politics, there weren't like there was no arguments over plants. And so yeah, the plant part hurt a lot this morning because plants and music were two things that we could really actually connect over. Those are two things that I love. I know he loved. And I'm just sad that in my physical world that I'm not able to physically, emotionally, like, connect with him in reality over those things anymore. So that was my random realization from a YouTube short this morning. Watching it and then making my little Google search, I just burst into tears. I didn't know think that was gonna come up this morning. I wasn't anticipating it. It's crazy how many just random videos on the internet I've come across that have like triggered my grief so intensely. And that's what I mean by I never know when it's gonna like hit, is because it'll literally just be like a random video on the internet that will make me think of him, and I will just be so sad that I can't share that with him anymore, or just connect with him in whatever way we used to.